Hello, everybody. My name is Simon, and I will be your language instructor today in this small demo of ours. Let's begin. I will greet you in Macedonian. Zdravo na site. Јас сум Симон, јас сум македонец, јас сум од Скопје. Now I would like to ask you all to introduce yourselves by repeating what I just, or by following what I just did. So, Stella, please do so.
Јас сум Стела, јас сум Грик, јас сум од Солун.
Супер, благодарам, Стела, многу добро. Теса, повелете. Теса, please introduce yourself.
Јас сум Теса, јас сум American, јас сум од САД.
Супер, супер, одлично, благодарам, Теса. Зоран, повелете.
Јас сум Зоран, јас сум Србин, јас сум од Нови Сад.
Одлично, благодарам. И тука е уште Софија, току што гледам јас. Да, повелете, Софија.
Јас сум Софија, јас сум канаѓанка, јас сум од Монтреал.
Така, одлично. Супер, ви благодарам на сите многу. I thank you all. Okay, so now I would like to just mention that the PowerPoint presentation is basically our supplemental material, so it will be attached to our demo lesson. That's why we will not use it a lot in today's demo class, but basically this is what our demo class will more or less cover today. We will be especially covering the personal pronouns in their subject form, as well as the verb to be in present tense. The verb to be in Macedonian is glagol od sum. There are some notes on Macedonian alphabet that everyone can look into later. So Macedonian shares many words with English. I think we do have enough time to maybe just try some of them. Stella, would you like to read the first three?
Fax, okay. Drugstore,
Да.
architect, and universitet.
Да.
Computer.
Три. Да. Благодарам, Stella. Thank you so much. We actually not only use these words to show how many international words or words that other languages are used in Macedonian as well, but to also show that our accent, which is by rule third from the last syllable, in case of foreign words is in most cases not followed. So like park, of course, having only one syllable cannot be accented in another way. But then hockey is, we would say, domesticated in terms of the accent, because with most foreign language words, actually the accent differs from Macedonian. So it's like it would be expected, and at the beginning of the borrowing of this word, it was probably hockey, but then the more it was used, the better the chances are for it to get the Macedonian accent. So, of course, we will leave this here because we don't have much time in our demo class. There are some additional information of our stress. For instance, an interesting phenomenon is that when a word form is being prolonged by a syllable or two, the accent shifts to the right, so it always fall on the third syllable from the last. So like prodavac is a salesperson, but then if we put it in plural, I'm sorry, this is actually not well separated. Prodavači means salesperson by adding the plural suffix e, and then prodavachite has the definite article, which in Macedonia is a suffix added at the end of the word. So it's prodavač on pro, prodavači on da, and prodavachite on va. So this is something about the stress also. And then, of course, in many foreign words, it's different. So it's telefonira, to make a phone call or to phone somebody. Optimism, and then appetit, like appetite. It's different. It's not as where we would expect it. Okay, so we finally get to one of our main subjects today. It's actually the subject forms of the personal pronouns. Our first person pronoun is jas. Then we do have two use. Well, like in English, like in Italian or Spanish, unlike in English, actually. So ti would be second person singular, and vie would be second person plural. Then we have toi, which equals the English he, ta, she, toa, it, nie, we, vie, as we already mentioned, you in plural, and tie would be they. These are, of course, the subject forms. The object ones will come much later. Okay, so we covered most of this, and we have the other subject for today, the verb sum, or the verb to be in present tense in Macedonian. Jasum is I am, tisi you are, toi he is, tae she is, toe it is. Niesme we are, vieste you are, tiese they are. And as you can see, unlike in English, in Macedonian there are agreements between actually there are different forms for the verb to be for each and every person combined with the number. And because of that, we most of the time don't even use the personal pronouns, simply because if you say si, da li si dobar, or da li si dobro, actually, it means that you're talking to the person who is the part of the dialogue. Da li e dobro, it will mean a third person in singular, but we will come back to this. Okay, so now we'll leave the presentation and we'll actually go to our online course book, where we have few exercises to go over. The first one will be Vežba 8, which is a small audio recording, after which we will try to repeat by reading it ourselves. So I will ask you to listen to this. It is kind of quiet, but it's the loudest that we can manage at the moment.
Skopje. Jaz sem od Skopje. Profesor. Това е мојот професор. Студентка. Таа е студентка.
Да, тоа е тоа. That's it. So now I would like to ask Stella to read the first word, and then, just like in the recording, do it in the sentence.
Sure.
Please.
Skopje.
Mhm.
Ja sam od Skopje.
Одлично, супер. Благодарам, thank you, Tessa. Zoran, would you like to do the same with the second one?
Of course. Професор, ова е мојот професор.
Да. So, actually, I was probably supposed for our other listeners to explain that Skopje, of course, the capital of Republic of North Macedonia, and then ja sam od Skopje. I'm from Skopje, as I already said in the beginning of today's lesson, a professor.
Profesor, taj akcent. Okay.
Da, profesor, da, благодарам, Zoran. Actually, I was going to comment on this. The fact that professor is a international foreign language word, or like Latin, I guess, basically, means that people may expect it to be accented in a different way, but it's actually accented just all as our rules would prescribe. So it's third from the last, or in this case, actually the first syllable. So the accent is on
Pro.
professor.
Mhm.
Ova je moj od profesor means this is my professor. So it's the accent is let's say domestic one. Sofia, повелете со студентка и the sentence.
Tja je studentka.
Super, благодарам. Одлично, Sofia, thank you so much. That's it. I intentionally pronounced myself studentka because actually in this case, unlike professor, we do have the accent as a foreign word would, like studentka and not studentka. And the fact that actually no one is even trying to, start accenting studentka shows you that in many cases in Macedonian, we do use the accent to kind of point that we are talking about a foreign, let's say, word in general, or in many cases, like a country or a city or a state. So I think an interesting phenomenon is the fact that although Sophie is here and we all know this, although we would expect Canada to be accented just like in English, we do say Canada, and then we do the same thing with Florida. It's not Florida as this in English. So, we may even say that in some cases we intentionally shift the accent so we kind of show each other or other people that it's a foreign word. Благодарам. Thank you so much for this. And now we are supposed to actually go to exercise where we review the personal pronouns. So I'm not sure Stella would join us again, but then maybe again.
I still cannot see the exercise. It is loading. I'm sorry.
No, Stella, it's fine. Tessa, would you like to choose a personal pronoun based on the first sentence?
Ova je Idan. Blank je od Rusija.
Russia. There is a person who is from Russia. Based on the name, Tessa, would you guess that it's he, she? Or...
I'd guess it was a he. So Toy
super.
od Russia.
Da, super, odlično, baš така, Теса, благодарам. Значи, тој е од Русија, зошто? Затоа што Иван е машко име, or actually Ivan is a man's name. Супер, одлично. Зоран, повелете со втората реченица. Would you like to do the same with the second?
Of course. Ова е моето куче. Тоа е кокер.
Да, супер. So basically in Macedonian, unlike in English, we don't have the semantic rule of, let's say, if the dog is a male, then to use toj e koker, or if it's a she, ta e koker. We actually always follow the formal, or as we say, grammatical logic, and kuche is indeed neuter gender, so that's why we use it. It's not insulting or anything, it's just the way that Macedonian grammar functions. So in all of these cases, whether it's kuće, a dog, or mače, a cat, the fact that they are both neuter gender requires us to use it, or in this case is the personal pronoun toa, which corresponds to the English it. Благодарам, Зоран. Thank you, Зоран. Повелете, Софија, со ова е Милица.
Ова е Милица. Таја е од... После не знам.
Да, Србија. Да.
Од Србија.
Србија, да, така е. Ова е Милица, таа е од Србија. Да, така е. И кај нас има Милици, ама мислам дека има повеќе Милки. In Macedonia, there are also many women called Milica, but maybe most of them are actually Milka. And I think this corresponds to the suffix ica as the most productive with like feminine gender, or actually female names maybe, and nouns, and ka as its counterpart in Macedonian. Da, благодарам. So now we go back to either Stella or Tessa. Maybe Tessa, I guess. Tessa, would you like to try the next one?
Sure. Ova se danče e aeko. Blank se od Tokyo.
Tokyo. So now, Tessa, what would you say? Maybe I should introduce the Macedonian conjunction E to kind of help you, and to remind you that actually we do have the third person plural form of the verb to be.
Is it tie?
Да, одлично, excellent. Да, браво, Tessa. The fact that we do have two names connected with the conjunction, and then se basically shows us that it's third person plural, requires tie. So we do have some unfamiliar names, Daichi and Aiko, both of them Japanese, both of them from Tokyo. Ова се Daichi и Aiko, тие се од Токио. Добро. Бидејќи Зоран е од Србија, since Zoran is from Serbia, which is really close Slavic language to Macedonian, I would like to ask Sofia, who is Macedonian, but then from Canada, to try to do the last one. Повелете, Софија.
Здраво, јас сум Симон. А ова е не знам,
Анета.
Анета.
What would you say, Sofia? Смех?
Ние сме.
Да, супер, браво. Да. Ние сме.
Ние сме наставници.
Супер, да.
Овде.
Super, bravo, odlično. Hi, hello, I'm Simon and this is Aneta. We are teachers here, or we are lecturers here. Super, odlično, mnogo dobro, vi благодарам. I was actually supposed to write this and maybe just show you with the check that we did great, but I was so into what you were doing that I actually forgot to do this. But I promise I will do it with the next one. We do have few more. I think we are running late, so maybe we'll shorten them. Instead of 4, we'll do just 2. The next one is pairing a sentence with a picture. So now it's up to you. We don't have to start with the first one. it's up to you. Just choose one of the sentences, the ones that you think you're most familiar with, and tell me which pictures, starting like with picture number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, would you like me to pair it? Stella, would you like to try this? Or
Still seem to have a technical problem here. And,
okay, it's
I
fine.
feel-
I'm sorry.
yes,
Yes,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's fine. Thank you. Tessa, would you like to choose one of the sentences?
Sure.
Mhm.
Ova moja kutia.
Mhm.
And then I think it goes with the picture of the house.
Yes, excellent, super, baš така. Ова е мојата куќа, means this is my house. Одлично. Зоран, повелете со, please do the next one.
Ova Ivana, таа има кратка коса, should be the third picture.
Да,
I
thank
think.
you so much, that's it. Одлично. Софија, повелете со третата реченица.
Тоа е мојата кола.
Мгм.
Тоа е со picture 1.
Да, сликата picture 1.
Слика.
Да, слика picture, да. Добро, ние сме на сам почеток, секако. Теса, please do the next one.
Zdravo. Moje ime Maya.
Mhm.
And then I think it goes with the second picture.
Yes, that's right. Maya is a girl's name in Macedonian, and Zdravo, moje ime je Maya is literally hello, my name is Maya. Although maybe I should mention here that in most cases we will not use moje ime Maya like you would in English. My name is Maya. We would say something like Zdravo, se vikam Maya. I'm called Maya, but basically it's the same thing. И еве Зоран секако може последното да го прочита убаво, бидејќи има малку специфични гласови. Actually, I was saying in Macedonian that I would like to ask Zoran to read this out loud. Of course, it's with the remaining fourth picture, but it does have this specific sound G, which is not really easy to pronounce. Zoran, please.
Sure. Ова е мојот пријател Ѓорѓи,
Super, да.
the fourth picture.
Да, така е. So we actually did this, and we'll finish with the last one. Let's just see which one. I think. Yes, I think this one is maybe kind of like a more challenging, and this time I will certainly write it down and then see if we did as we were supposed to. Може Софија да продолжи. I think it's Софија's turn. Софија, здраво, and then 2 blanks. Сашо, како е твоето име? Remembering that what we are actually doing is just personal pronouns and the verb to be in present tense, what would you say should be?
Здраво, моето име.
Aha, да, да. So actually, that's a great assumption, but we don't have 3 blanks. So the other one, the simple one.
Здраво, се викам Саша.
Може и се викам Саша, but I think it was even the more the simpler one. It's јас.
Здраво, јас сум Саша.
Да. And actually, this is the first time we are trying out our exercise and also our instruction. So actually, I think we will make it more clear here. Fill in the blanks with the corresponding personal pronouns and the verb to be, so you know which one of it actually is. Благодарам, Софија. Thank you so much. Теса, повелете, please do the next one.
Ova se Antonio y Isabela. Um, Tier or Tier se od Španja.
Super, super, odlična Tessa. Excellent, благодарам. These are Antonia and Isabella. They are from Spain. Super. And the first one was, hello, I'm Sasha, or my name is Sasha. What is your name? Зоран, повелете со третата.
Ова е Сара, таа е студентка.
Супер. Таа е студентка. Софија, повелете со четвртата. Let's do the next one.
Ова е моето... Не знам што значи.
Пенкало, пен.
Ова е моето пенкало.
The same as in English, basically.
What's the last word?
Црно. It is black.
Ова е моето пенкало. Тоа е црно.
Супер, браво. Одлично, Софија, благодарам. Имаме само уште две реченици, Теса па Зоран. И тоа ќе биде се за денес. Повелете, Теса.
Ова е мојот
Другар, friend, buddy. It's a male friend.
Тој е од Турција.
Тоа е Турција. He is from Turkey. This is my friend. This is my buddy. He is from Turkey. Супер. Зоран, повелете со последното.
Како се викаш? Јас се викам Тони.
Да, супер. What are you called? Literally, or what is your name? My name is Tony. And now, let's check how we did this. We did it great. So everything is green, everything is checked. Dobro, I think this is it. Stop sharing your screen. Well, thank you so much for helping us out. It was my pleasure having you at today's demo lesson. Hope to see you again in near future. If you have anything to add, like a question or a comment, please do.
You're welcome.
Благодарам уште еднаш. Thank you so much. And
Thank you, Simon.
I will be stopping the recording.